I'm Allan Seid and have lived in Palo Alto since 1962. I trained at Stanford and had a specialty master's course in cross-cultural psychopathology. And through that training, it centered me in learning how to work with Asian immigrants. Grew up in Chinatown, and the Chinese then essentially were confined to 9 blocks area in which approximately 30 to 40,000 Chinese were forced to live. And any Chinese adult or youngster were to venture beyond the boundaries, they were beaten up and violated in different ways. I was jerked off the cable car by a Caucasian adult so that another Caucasian adult could take the seat. I never forgot that. The schools there, we were forbidden to speak Chinese and we were punished. And in that community, there became a great problem with identity. They were forced to give up their primary language. They were essentially made to feel inferior because of their color of their skin. Their English language was deficient because essentially the schools in Chinatown were ghetto schools. They were forced to live there essentially not entirely of their own choosing, but because of the violence. An example would be approximately 600 Chinese were thrown out of Seattle, Tacoma. 3 Chinatowns were burned in San Jose. And it was in this context that I grew up. It was only until high school years that I was able to leave Chinatowns for schooling. My wife and I came to Palo Alto in 1962, and shortly thereafter we had 2 girls and a boy, and they attended Palo Alto public schools. There was an incident in which either was in elementary or first grade that my 2 daughters were essentially punished for giving an incorrect answer as to what is the color of Santa Claus' beard. Now, my kids experienced Santa Claus with a black beard. I'm a brunette, so to speak. And the teachers could not understand that my kid's Santa Claus was their father of Chinese ancestry. And they came home crying as to why they were being punished when they repeatedly told the truth. Another incident was in elementary school. The question was, who is an American? The kids all answered that the Americans were the blonde, blue-eyed kids. And my 2 daughters came home and asked, who were they? Weren't they Americans? ACI, the acronym for Asian Americans for Community Involvement, spent 5 years having the luxury of devoting itself to advocacy in 5 areas: education, employment, media, appointments to political bodies, and also in terms of one other area. But in 1977, ACI decided to involve itself in direct service. We had to provide citizenship classes, English classes, survival classes, transportation adjustment to many of these refugees. So their needs were really life-threatening. I recall a Cambodian middle-aged man being unable to walk up a stairs because he was paralyzed. And despite examination from numerous neurologists, no physical basis could be found. In those days, it was called hysterical paralysis. So we had many who came with paralysis of the arms or legs with no physical cause, but these came from trauma, multiple traumas in escaping. The help provided to those with paralysis of the body or of the eye took many of them a minimum of 6-7 months to more than a year to slowly recover. It was not due to medications, Western or Eastern. It was due to calm, loving support. It's important for the Asian American community, as with other minority American communities, to have its members be exceedingly active in community affairs, whether it be with the PTA committees on municipal level, and certainly at the level of county commissions, which covers such a wide variety of human needs, from social services to senior services and health services. The participation by minority Americans in the political structure of the United States is vitally important. Without sensitive, informed, knowledgeable people in the decision-making body, the specific, unique needs of minority Americans can never be met. So it's incumbent for the minority groups, despite at times adversities and resistance, to continue to insist on their rights as American, to take part in determining their own destiny and how to address the needs of their specific community.